After a busy few months of reviews, it's time to look ahead at 10 games I'm looking forward to in the month of August 2026. If you enjoy this preview, please like and subscribe to Play, Save, Repeat. Thanks. First up this month is Beast of Reincarnation from developer Game Freak, who flexed their development muscles away from the world of Pokemon to create a brand new IP in the action-adventure genre. Within seconds of seeing the game, it's hard to ignore the huge graphical leap from their other titles. Free to design on modern hardware, Game Freak have crafted an action RPG that blends real-time and turn-based combat elements. Set in post-apocalyptic Japan, you play as Emma, who has been shunned from society due to her affliction caused by the blight that infects the natural world. Her affliction gives her powers capable of fighting the very thing that people fear. Even her dog named Ku is blighted, so she sets off to explore the land and defeat the dangerous blighted bosses. In doing so, she attains new powers, which help her battle enemies and traverse terrain. Beast of Reincarnation is a story-focused RPG that reminds me of a mix between Sekiro's parry-heavy combat and Final Fantasy VII Remake's hybrid real-time turn-based combat. With beautiful environments, a focused story, and immersive gameplay, I can't wait to see if Game Freak can create another hit for the studio. Big Walk is an indie title I've had my eye on since it was first announced. From House, the talented team behind the critically celebrated Untitled Goose Game, they've taken their experience of making a smaller scale project to make a far more ambitious game. In a seemingly open environment, toy-like characters explore realistic scenery in a co-op only adventure. With up to 12 players, proximity voice chat, text chat, and movement are used to solve puzzles and to simply interact with each other. So far, the puzzles shown seem very interesting and varied, as they require constant communication to solve. There's even platforming challenges, and much more. It's one of those games where the less you see, the better the experience will be when you play it. Simply going off the quality of their previous work gives me hope that Big Walk will come together to be another indie gem. As one of PlayStation's biggest exclusives for 2026, a lot of pressure to succeed rests on the shoulders of Arc System Works. But with their acclaimed pedigree for past titles such as Dragon Ball FighterZ, the latest Marvel Fighter should be in safe hands. Marvel Tokken Fighting Souls is a 4v4 tag fighter in an anime art style, with 20 Marvel characters to choose from at launch. There's a large amount of synergies and combos to learn for the numerous possible team lineups. After choosing your favourite team composition, you can play through a story mode of sorts, play against friends, or take your expertise online to hang out in a lobby of up to 64 players to test your skills against the world. From what I've seen so far, the game looks stunning in motion and complex enough to entice the fighting game community, whilst being approachable enough for casual players. If you grew up playing split-screen multiplayer shooters on a Nintendo 64, August brings a heavily anticipated nostalgic thrill ride in the form of the first-person shooter, Agent 64, Spies Never Die. First announced over 5 years ago with the promise of replicating the feeling of playing Rare's GoldenEye and Perfect Dark titles. It's a true indie game in every sense, created by a solo French developer who goes by the name of Replicant D6. Agent 64 is a true homage to the era. Everything down to the visuals and gameplay look to replicate his inspirations. You play as the older secret agent John Walter, as he tries to prevent a villainous organisation from destroying the world, in a traditional espionage tale. But it'll be the multiplayer suite that attracts players to the game, with a full online component for cooperative story and challenges, and an offline and online arena. There's plenty for retro shooter fans to enjoy. Developed by Weird Beluga, Duskfade is a throwback to the 3D action platformers of the PlayStation 2 era, clearly influenced by the gameplay mechanics of games like Ratchet & Clank and Kingdom Hearts. The combat looks fast and fluid, and the platforming seems equally as agile and responsive. You play as Zirion, who's accompanied by his sidekick Mechanical Cuckoo, but when a mysterious dark force engulfs his world in perpetual darkness, he must rush to rescue his sister from the evil force corrupting the land. As Zirion, you jump, slash and dash to uncover secrets and save the anime-styled world. If you're a fan of old action platformers like Jak and Daxter, Duskfade will hopefully fill the void. Wild Blue Skies is the second N64-inspired video game of the month, perfectly following up the remake of Star Fox. Wild Blue Skies offers fans another helping of the on-rail space shooter genre, but this time with an original story and cast of characters. The story sees you play as Burry Stray and his squad of anthropomorphic animals called the Blue Bombers. A campaign of branching paths has you soaring through countless beautifully rendered cartoon environments. It's an action-packed on-rails shooter made to appeal to die-hard Star Fox fans and new players alike. Frogwares returns with a sequel, The Sinking City 2, to have another crack at the eldritch horror genre, but this time they're focused on creating a more traditional, third-person survival horror experience. Set in the port city of Arkham, The Sinking City 2 takes us to the roaring 20s, where you explore waterlogged and Art Deco environments. With limited resources at your disposal, your sole aim is to rescue the protagonist's love interest from the darkest eldritch depths. Already being experts of tone and puzzle design, I really hope they can pull together an engrossing combat system to make the game sing. I'll be eagerly waiting to see if Frogwares can add to the pantheon of great survival horror games. Cold Iron Studios welcomes players back into the boots of a squadron of colonial marines, but this time they've upgraded the squad from 3 to 4 players. The cooperative shooter is once again a fight to survive through legions of xenomorphs. With improved AI and deeper team mechanics, it's the new specialist class that intrigues me. You can now select a fully customizable class to mix and match abilities to play how you want. It's a feature I look forward to seeing how it balances in game. So if you enjoyed the first one, which was a good time with friends, then I can only see this one being an improved version that will hopefully smooth out and surpass the original. By far my most anticipated title of the month is Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy from Asobo Games. After experiencing Amicia and Hugo's story, Asobo Studios takes us back in time to follow returning character Sophia as she explores Minotaur Island to unravel ancient secrets and confront a terrible curse. When it was first shown, Resonance's gameplay was an unexpected departure from the core stealth gameplay the series is known for. Asobo have instead opted for an action-adventure style combat system to create a more hands-on experience to appeal to a broader audience, but I have faith in Asobo's ability to successfully pull off such a massive departure. If it's combined with our usual narrative excellence, it has the potential to be a fantastic game, and if it gets more players to play through the original games and increase the popularity of the series, it will have been more than worth it. From BitReactor, a studio consisting of experienced developers who've made XCOM and similar turn-based strategy games, Star Wars Zero Company is EA's latest venture into the franchise. Star Wars Zero Company is a single-player turn-based strategy game set during the Clone Wars, an original story that sees you command your own squad of original and custom-made characters. It looks like a confident rendition of an XCOM style game, with plenty of loadout and ability customization to tailor your squad and playstyle to you. Outside of these titles, there's even more interesting games to keep an eye on for the month of August 2026. From the story-rich round table management game, Sovereign Tower, that looks like it shares similarities to Dispatch, with far more detailed management and romance options. Also Blood Dungeon from Meshoff, the developers of Nidhogg and Will World. The devs describe the game as a feverish bullet heaven platformer. After playing the demo, it acts similarly to Vampire Survivors, with constant attacks and leveling up, mixed with a frenetic platformer that requires impeccable movement. Ledgerbound is a narrative-driven tactics RPG from Omni Mega Supercorp. When an ancient enemy threatens the world, the protagonist must exchange their cushy office job for the battlefield. It's a comedic story where quest-life balance is just as important as the battles. You battle, fill out paperwork, enter relationships, all while preventing your company from financial ruin. If both the narrative and gameplay systems land, it has the potential to be a great tactics game. And that's it. If there's any game you're looking forward to, or one that I've missed, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to Play Save Repeat. Thanks. Until next time.